My name is KaihaHarris. I'm new to Barstow this year. I've spent the last 6 years teaching internationally. The last school that I worked at was in Cyprus, and then previously I was in Latvia for 2 years, and before that I was in the Cayman Islands for 3 years. The reason why I got into education was I was a camp counselor at the Jewish Community Center of Greater Kansas City, so just down the street, and I was like, how do I make this a full-time job? And that ended up being teaching. I grew up here in Kansas City. I actually graduated from Shawnee Mission East, but I went to 3 different high schools because when I was 14, we moved to Singapore, and then my senior year, we moved to South Africa. And then I moved back from South Africa to go to the University of Wyoming, where I got my undergraduate degree in elementary education, and then right after I moved to Cayman. So when I was 14 and my parents told me that we were moving to Singapore, I was devastated, but I like to tell people that it was the best traumatic experience that I ever went through, because when I moved to Singapore, it really opened my eyes to the fact that there was such a big world out there and there are so many people and experiences to partake in. And I think that everyone should have the opportunity to explore something new than where they grew up at least once in their life. When I was abroad, I was teaching at international schools, so my students were from all over the globe. I had a lot of students who were the children of ambassadors or people who worked for embassies, and a lot of international business people. So while you would think that I'd be teaching English, I was teaching English, but it was just like a normal 4th grade classroom that you would have here. It's just that my students happened to be from 15 different countries. So my personal goals for this year at Barstow are just to find my place in the community. I think that's always really important your first year anywhere. And the goals for my students are to, learn something and be the best humans that they can be. And I'll hopefully walk out of my 4th grade language arts classroom with a love of reading. Vacation. As long as, if I'm traveling with people, as long as everybody's packed before the time we're about to fly. Ooh. Currently Hulu, but also Apple TV because Ted Lasso. Morning. Definitely morning, because you have the whole day ahead of you and everything to do, plus coffee. Long trips, driver. Short trips, passenger. History museum, because they tend to be more interactive, and when I'm looking at a painting or a drawing, I don't necessarily interact with it. I just look at it and say, that's pretty, move on. Ooh. I've recently discovered trains are fantastic modes of transportation, especially in Europe. I'm going to go train. Tea, actually. I am a tea connoisseur, and I have an entire drawer full of tea. City? Probably because there's just a lot more to do than in the countryside. Skip a meal. Sleep is very important. I'm gonna do sweating because I don't like shivering. I just feel like it makes me even more tired.